Well, I had a very large Quaker contingent in uh, our ancestry. Actually, the my great grandmother that I wrote about, that is her ancestors. Um,
Ah,
so, and my mom and I laugh about it because we said we could see her being a Quaker. She'd go out and work in her garden wearing a bonnet. You know, I'm not sure she was ever aware that her ancestors had been Quakers. She certainly never mentioned it.
oh.
But uh, they came into Pennsylvania. Some of them on the same ship with William Penn, and
Mm.
I've found a reference to one of them marrying a William Penn. I'm still not sure if it's the William Penn, but I've got a little more work to do on that. But that line was Ingham's, and there's an Ingham County in Missouri that's named for Samuel Ingham, who was the Secretary of the Treasury under Andrew Jackson. And let me see if I can do this. I've got a picture on my wall here.
Ooh.
That's the USS Ingham
Oh.
that was named after him. It was a Coast Guard cutter. But so,
But it's been a little awkward to get people to respond.
Yeah, it is, and I've seen so I steal lots of ideas, right? So I saw a webinar somewhere. I don't know who said it, but basically they said that reaching out to cousins is kind of like a first date. So you want to act like a real person. Don't act like a I put together a little script, very short, keep it short, for each of my lines. And I say, hey, I see that we're related. It's through this person. I'd really like to talk to you. I try to get off of a lot of the platforms and get to email as
Yeah,
quickly as I can because I can
yeah,
save and so on. So I say, here's my email. Please let me know. Please reach out to me. I might have some photos and documents for your line that I can share with you. And I'd love to see what research you've done on that line. And that's just about it.
wow.
So, a couple of things that I don't know if this is going to help at all, but a couple of
Sure.
things I want to be sure to do whenever you find someone, do a screenshot, and it's actually better on your phone than it is on the screen on the computer. But do a screenshot and make sure you have the information. Add them. There's a little plus sign. Add them to your contacts because after they turn off relatives at RootsTech, you'll be able to get back to them. So you want to be sure to add them to your contacts, and then message them if you want to. But be sure to do that. And if you are meeting them in person, then do a selfie, right? So you have a picture of them because you will not remember. It's like, oh, yes, exactly. So last year I had something really fun. I had two fourth cousins, one from dad's side and one from mom's side, that both of them live about an hour from here. And both of them had told me that they weren't coming this year in person. And then Saturday morning, they texted me, both of them, and said they were coming to meet me. So we got to do a real in-person meetup. So they have in the expo hall, they have an area called Cousins Corner, and it has a big, photo op, and they have all these little cute little what are they called? The little signs you can hold up, like second cousin and look who I found.
Oh,
So it makes it a little less awkward. Where you actually
yeah.
have you can meet somebody. Yeah, so that
Oh,
helps a
how
lot.
sweet. What a sweet idea. Yeah, you are my most experienced Roots Tech goer. You
Sure. I'm LaJoy Mosby, and I'm the National President of the Afro-American Historical and Genealogical Society, Incorporated. And we are a national organization that's headquartered in Washington, D.C. We were started in 1977, so we're 47 years old. We have a few thousand members, and we have 33 chapters nationwide. And our goal is to help people learn how to research their African ancestor genealogy and history. There are so many things that people can do, and we have opportunities for people to learn how to do their own research. We've just developed a new member handbook that actually gives steps on how to get started with African American, African ancestor genealogy.
I think that book's on.
And if you can go back to the 17 and 1600s, there are people that do. If your family was a Revolutionary War soldier, people don't realize that George Washington may not have been happy, but he needed the soldiers. So he had 5,000 to 8,000 African American, Native Americans that fought on the side of the Patriots.
Yeah.
And we have those names. DAR has those names.
Yeah, right.
And so they're called them Forgotten Patriots. And so we talk about the Civil War in Union Army and U.S. Colored Troops. We don't talk about the Revolutionary War. African Americans also served in the War of 1812. Who served in the Spanish American War. So there are documentation for African Americans in every conflict that the United States has been in since it became a country.
Even before.
Yeah. And so, we have some of that history from those British colonies, from Georgia to New Hampshire. So it gives people an opportunity to understand the history, because it's very hard, I think, to do African American genealogy without understanding American history and how it all interlaces
But
together.
everything needs context.
Yes.
No matter what it
Yes.
is, it needs context.
Yes. Come join us.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm done. I mean, just for these.
Yes.